Morning, YouTube. Let's see, we got some rain yesterday where I was planting at. Got like around an inch there where me and Dad were both trying to plant. And I drove over to Indiana because some of these beans were needing the rain because we worked them up. Anyways, got too big of clods and they needed some moisture to come up. And we only got 3/10 here, so I'm walking out to a spot. I'm pretty sure it was probably pretty cloudy. See if they got enough moisture. I hope they did. If not, we might turn on some irrigations. There's a few up here. This is like one of the cloudiest spots. You know, gets worked up a little wet, then they clod. Checking for moisture. Looks like it's got it. Yeah, there's one. He's coming. Coming. All right, I broke him. He's dead now. My bad, dude. Sorry. Okay, there's one that wasn't. See, there's one there. He was able to get in the moisture. Here's one I could tell wasn't because it's, see, he hasn't even, he starts to sprout. Okay, see, he wasn't in the moisture, but he is now because he's all swelled up about ready to sprout. So that's good. We needed that. Turn him back up so he's got a chance. It wasn't gonna come up without rain, and it didn't rain much because I think the guy wanted to plant this, probably plant it this afternoon, but got enough, so don't have to turn the irrigator on yet. Good deal. Got done doing my flagging kit. This is on a no-till field. It is irrigated, but because that tower's in the way, this is not irrigated. Just picking this field because, you know, it's halfway close to the road. It's over in Indiana, which kind of stinks. But everything close to home's already up. Went over that field. It was up really good. It was planted the day before this one. This one, I don't know. Just find one that it's just coming up today. And I set my day one flags, which is the green ones. This is planted 30,000 population, and we got 26 green flags, so not bad. It's kind of cool. You do learn some stuff having it visualized like that. So, you know, planted 4 that's not up yet, but this is no-till. Looking at this, the emergence is pretty good, 26 out of 30. Look at the spacing, looking pretty good. See, we got a gap there, and they kind of doubled up, so that one just needed to be over just a little bit. A little bit of the same case here. Right here, we're missing 4. I bet a lot of them are right here. I have not dug because I do not want to mess anything up. We'll just come back and look tomorrow, see if they come up. Bet there's probably at least 3 of them right there, and probably another one right there. It could just be just a slightly different depth, and they'll be up tomorrow. That's a big thing for yield. You want everything to come up at as close as you can at the exact same time, because if something comes up late, it's a color behind, then it just will make half as much as the ones that came up at the same time, and then it comes up late enough to where it's 2 colors behind, then it's just a weed. So this is very important, and this is showing me that our Case IH earlier ice planter with all the precision planting speed tubes and all the speed meters and V-set and all that stuff, it looks like it's doing one heck of a job. Happy to see that. Now I'm gonna go up to the bins. Fred and Gordy are hauling some yellow corn to Green Plains, which is an ethanol plant in between Evansville and Mount Vernon, Indiana. I've been pulling out the side sheet on our big bin over here. It sounds like it's about out, so I'm gonna go fill up the hopper for them. All right, this is our last bin of corn in Indiana. It's 250,000 bushel. It's got a side sheet on each side. There's one over there, and they were drawing out this one, and I guess it's about to quit. So climb up to the top of the spiral staircase and make sure it's actually down to it. If it's about down there, which I'm sure it is, we'll turn on some bins and fill up the hopper bottom, so those guys can get loaded out easy when they're hauling down the Green Plains. That one's like 160. Yeah, it's a 12, a 60, 50 maybe. and there are 35 over there. Those could be off. I can never remember those exact. Let's see. Yeah, it's getting pretty close down there to being down to the end, so go ahead and run that up so those guys won't have to worry about it either. Okay, this is the hopper we're going into. Make sure the gate's shut. It is, that's good. We got 2 legs here. This is the old system when we first got this place off of Ronnie Wilson. Oh boy, I don't know, 2004 maybe? I was in college at the time, so I wasn't here for it. But Dave and Garrett, Dad and George. One was dry and one was wet leg. Anyways, and we've since added this one in that can also dump in a different one of these, including that hopper, which is new since we've got it. And I think there was 2 bins there. No, 1 bin there they took out and put a bigger one. 1 bin here they took out and put a bigger one. Add the scale shed. So we're gonna go turn this leg on and run that bin into this leg up and over into that hopper so they can just drive underneath it, load the trucks and take it to market. I'm going to set up one of these handy little swift hitch cameras for these guys so they can connect with their phones and be able to see from the cab. I think these are the thing to get. It's not a paid sponsorship or anything, just handy little things, that's all. Still driving around Indiana, and doing so I noticed an old familiar spot that the worst animal on the planet is up to it again. Beaver building dams in the middle of this. Really backs up this ditch here that has a lot of tiles running into it. It's okay right now, but sometimes you really want those to drain. So clean this out and maybe we can get somebody to come trap them. I know a couple guys that do that. They do a real good job. Well, I don't have it all out, but yeah, anyways, that sure helped. A little more out. Oh, that's a big one. Hey, Wes. Oh, about fell in. Might be 2 hands for this one. Hey, how big are you? He's pretty big. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright, now we're doing some good. So they come back and build it back again, which they always do. So many of them along the river. The river's just hop, skip, and a jump right over there. Jared Banks once buried the trackhoe right there. He quit trying to get up when the, or get out when the, he couldn't move the levers because of the mud. Jeff Geiswhite out of Mount Carmel came down and got him out. It's one for the ages. And she's running. The gates we put on them, so when the river comes back up, they'll press it shut. Then the problem happens, usually the river comes up, that's shut, then it rains, so then that can't get out. So they help a little. Make it a lot better than nothing. But we got a lot more water coming through now.
6:11 a.m. I just hit the Ohio state line, going after the seed tender. Ought to be there. It says 30 minutes to where it's at. Julie came with me. As you can see, she didn't get up at 5. She did, but she said, why don't you stop back by the hotel and pick me up? So that's what I'm gonna do. Just hope I don't get lost. It's a beautiful morning though. Bright sunshine. Up here there's not much up, but there's a lot planted, looks like, and the ground's in good shape.
And I'm happy to report that all 30, it's 1/1000th of an acre, and I was planting 30,000 seeds per acre here. 30,000, so there should be 30 seeds in here. Yesterday we had 26, and today we got 1, 2, 3, the other 4. So they all came up within 2 days together. That's good. Just looking at any problems I can see. Looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good. Skip. We got 1 skip here. These planters sure do a good job. Now time to go plant some sweet corn. Now I'm gonna go look up at Rob, see if it's dry enough to finish planting corn this afternoon. We always show going over this bridge, Cannonball Bridge, it's St. Francisville, Illinois, that connects Indiana and Illinois over the Wabash River. But I don't think I ever mentioned that it's a time machine. Because see, on this side it's Eastern time, it's 8:46. On that side it's Central time, it's 7:46. So going back through time, warp speed. See one of those cars that I can't remember the name of off the Back of the Future. The DeLorean, that's what it is.
Here's the manufacturing facility. If you can see over there, lots of seed tenders here waiting for a few parts. Over there's a bunch of 755s. I suppose one of them is mine. Supposed to have been out. He went out to get it somewhere. Here she comes across the road. My first sightings of the seed tender. I think I might mention I got 19 miles a gallon come up here with my truck running almost 80 on the interstates. Be interesting to see where to get going home pulling this big boy. Plus she's gonna be a load on my pickup. It's loaded down right now, just a tender. Snout's not gonna hit. It's way up here though. Looks like we're good to go.
8 o'clock, got back. This place is a ghost town. Me and you got a date today. Heck is everybody? This place is a ghost town.
Yeah, I was been doing stuff, man.
Oh, I've been driving around. Those two are getting all the rates and everything figured out on the side dressing. David's gonna run it, Jay's gonna tender him. I'm gonna take this off, put the tiller on, go till up, find David's, and then go plant sweet corn. Then go up to Robson, see how dry it is, and hopefully finish planting the corn today. Well, I was under the impression they're more ready to go. You need these on the bottom of the box to plant beans, and these to plant corn. So I'm at least gonna get them all ready to go. Then I'll go see if I can plant the real corn and the field corn. Parking underneath the eagle nest. Keep an eye on her for me. Parking my truck here. That's about where I'm gonna end planting. I think I can go. I got about a mile walk to get up to the shed. Get my tractor. Route 1, there's a bridge they just started working on. They just closed that down yesterday and it'll be closed for a while, so I'm gonna have to drive around through Robson. So by the time I walk up there, get it, drive around, I think this should be good to go. Good to be done with corn planting. On to the next thing. Always good when you get one of these big jobs done. And I'll go back to Indiana. Heck, who knows? It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we'll see what happens there. But if it don't rain, I was over there yesterday and it's probably dry enough to drive back and get that island I left. So, but when I get this up here done, I'm considering that done. That's just a little spot that I'll get if I can get. I can't drive down our fill road because the bridge go over this ditch. A little shaky for a tractor. This isn't it. This is just a walking bridge, but that's where we irrigate out of. That hole right there. Say a lot, but Marathon's fresh water outlets up there. It's enough that we can irrigate out of. I don't know if you remember. I don't know what it was. 2 videos ago, maybe 3 videos ago. Something. Anyways, I got rained out up here planting this field. Looks like it's doing well for itself. There's a couple of these that planted after rain got hard, struggled to come up. Not very many. It still might have made it. We're gonna make it a little easy, his life a little easier for him now. Ground gets so hard then that it can't push up there, and then it leaks out underground, then they die. But he's pushing through a little bit, so I mean, he's got some good vigor. Good thing we got a rain up here the other day, or he would not have made it. There's Travis. He's in his pen. He's in his pen. Hey, hey. Yeah, one of the tracks. You still in your cage?
Yeah.
I'm still out. I'm out here in freedom. It is freedom. I like your hat.
Sporting. It's my favorite hat, man. You guys got some cool hats, new ones.
Yeah, those gray and black ones. Yep.
So you're about done. Oh, Mark.
He just come through.
I just talked to him about 15 minutes ago.
I just talked to him about 30 minutes ago.
Okay, well, he said you'd be done today.
Yep, just right here. Look at this. Chase IH's guidance system, GPS, all that stuff's always been way behind John Deere. But with the 1200 screen, I think they've caught up. This is where I was leaving the field the other day. No remark, none of that stuff. Come back, perfect. You can see it on my planer wheels and everywhere. Perfect. Big upgrades with this screen. I know we've had a lot of issues with the beam planer. Well, they just brought it out a year or two early or whatever. They rushed it to market like every other single ag company that I know of does. But I think it's gonna be really nice once they get all the kinks and bugs lined out. There's a couple little things that I've let them know about. The next software they update, they need to fix. So a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Got 2 maps. You see whatever you want on the map. You can have all kinds of info and different things. It's good. It's not perfect yet. They need to keep working on it. And they definitely got a long ways to go on the 2160. Got to get that working on that by next year. Alright, here's a long first hour of 4 blades and some mud got stuck in between the openers. Man, they are worn out. Definitely gonna need new openers for next year again. Guess with that one being elite blades, 7 both being at the same, like in a deer. This one actually has a lead cutting blade. I guess that just wears it out too much. So it's all right. We'll just replace it next year. So hopefully they don't get wedged in there again. Keeps getting drier, definitely dry on top. Last field. Well, one less thing to worry about. That is in. Except for that little spot in Indiana, if I get it, which, if it doesn't rain tomorrow, which is supposed to, I'll probably head over there, but it'll surely rain, but maybe it won't. Then I'll go over there and try to do that. Didn't get that sweet corn planted today, did I? We'll get that too.
Well, it's 11:41. Been all over today. Went up in Ohio, got this seed trailer. I'll show you more about the seed trailer. Want to get to use it next time. I was gonna put it on video last time I filled up, but my camera was dead, so I didn't get to do that. Anyway, got the Rawlings farm planted and headed home. So came from Ohio, got back, got seed in the trailer and planted 250 some acres. So got her done. Time to call her night.
barely got the drone back in time. Started raining. They're down there still loading. No, we'll get that. I don't know if he'll get that done before it rains or not. I'm gonna stop, fill up fuel. I'm heading to Indiana, fill up the hopper for Fred and Gordon. They're still hauling. Running her up. Here comes Gordy in to get a load. He's already taking one down, come back, get a second. Just drove by while I was over here in Indiana doing a little scouting. That ditch is much lower, ready for tile to run. I'll get that little bit of mud out before I leave. Good to go. Until they build it back, and then we'll be back cussing beavers again. Well, I wasn't even gonna come over today, but since I'm here, I decided to come out, make sure no more came up, because I got 30 out of 30. Check it out. Got one more. We got a day 3. We got one day 3. This one row planted one extra plant in this spot, or the guy with the measuring wheel. Could have been a little off. There's one that was right on the edge of it. So anyways, 26 day 1, 4 day 2, 1 day 3. We'll come back out here in the fall. I will, right before we harvest, and we'll peel them, shuck them by hand, bring them in, weigh them, do all that, see how much difference what day they came up made. Beans that were planted on April 20th looking good. Rest of the corn's looking good. Got 5 strips here with nothing on it. Every other in between strips with 5 gallons of 725.5 from Carbotech out of Decker Chapel, Indiana. That's a starter, and also has humic acid mixed with it. Here's a split. Has it, doesn't have it. No difference yet. Probably still a little early because it's put on by 2x2. Those roots should be getting close to getting over there. There's going to be a difference. Should start seeing it here before long. I thought my boundary control was off, but obviously it was not. This is the only spot where I had this happen, and of course, you know, right next to the main road we drive by all the time. Why does it always happen next to the road everybody sees? I just don't get it. Also got a nice little population test, or sorry, planting day test here on accident. Planted that one day, planted that after I came back from Robinson another. Just over there, planted another day, and right there, right before I went to Indiana. So that'll be a good test to see which planting date was the best for this year, which will mean absolutely nothing for next year. That's a fancy darn setup. Makes the old one look like a joke. Makes it look like a tinker toy.
Yeah.
David over there repairing. 1,400 acres in, just like it's nothing, because he's a man like that. You know, we should have ordered one like last July or something. We did. Maybe January 23 will be in. Office work.
Office work.
Office work.
Come up here just to see what it was like.
Yeah, I wanted to get a picture of filling this big old behemoth up.
I don't know if it's tank holes in there.
Yeah, no kidding.
This thing you got rid of that little gas grocery getter, he's never been able to pull it.
That's for sure. Yeah, this thing's huge. You gotta wonder if he's compensating for something. Me and George gonna get Dad's tender filled up, moved up to Robinson for him. He thinks he can plant up there today. And then I'll move my planter back to Indiana. I don't think I can plant over there at that spot, but I'll at least get it moved, so it'll be there when I need it. He'll bring back, Morse will bring back the truck that Dad took up. All hands on deck for the bean crew now. Road tripping.
Moved up here right after dinner, waiting for a dry spell to plant Robinson some beans. It's a little wet. Trying to get one field planted and sprinkling, but everything's working good on the planter. See, it's going. But sprinkle them, and there's rain in the west, so it don't look like it's going to last very long today. But my tracks did good getting up here. I had to go about 7 miles to get here from Flat Rock, I think. Adjusted them a little bit on the way up. Got everything in my tractor with me now to adjust them as I go. So I have to keep a better eye on them. Just hope it don't rain again today. We're needing to get done. We can't get our beans done now. But we've been fortunate. We haven't had any big rains, just showers. So we're getting a good stand on everything we've planted. That's the main thing. Can't raise anything if you don't get it out of the ground. Can't raise it in a bag, that's for sure.
Got wild chipmunks, new employees. Woo! Chipmunk catcher.
Yeah.
That Chip or Dale?
Whoa. Dogs think it's food.
Have you guys ate yet today? Have you ate?
Scout with it.
All right, we'll set it free. We'll be good stewards, or whatever you want to call it. Air conditioner mechanics looking for that chipmunk that they don't know where it went. Sweeping. Garrett out there working on a sprayer, which we just traded off. 612R, I think the new one's called. I'm not for sure on that, but supposed to be here late fall, so maybe February, March.
Well, I'm still planting, but as you can see by looking at those clouds, I don't think I'm going to very much longer. It is really starting to look nasty up here at Robinson. I got about 30 acres left in this field. I just hope I get it done. I probably either won't get it done or it'll go north of me, one or the other.
Your favorite truck driver is back on the road again for Ivers Farms. Mercy home is open.
Always a fun time when you're out here on the road.
Getting a little hail coming down and a lot of rain and quite a bit of wind. That's what you call ugly weather right there.
And here comes the wind and the hail. Pretty strong here, about 25 miles an hour.
Gordy and Fred made her back from the ethanol plant today, getting loaded up for tomorrow. There were some storms moved through last night. Got anywhere from 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches, give or take a little bit, depending where you're at. Just south of us, Mount Carmel, Illinois, there were some tornadoes, reports of some tornadoes that went through. Like, they don't even have school today. I think they're still short on power and water and damage to the school, I guess. But that lines up right with our where we farm at in Indiana, southern Knox County. So we got a lot of irrigation rigs over there, and of course big grain bin set up and another smaller bin set up with a shed. So heading that way this morning to see if there's any damage or not, and see if there's any water to dig off anywhere while I'm there.
So might have been a little wind down in Kingsburg last night, so the gentleman lost a few trees there, it looks like. Hard day of weather in southern Illinois on Thursday, so Friday, and we'll see what kind of day we have today.
So by getting parts, tracks for one of our new combines is in.
We're rolling into Green Plains ethanol plant down here between Evansville, Indiana and Mount Vernon, Indiana. They've got a lot of construction going on here, as you might be able to see, and I'm going to roll up here to the probe, and you got to get out, grab your handy dandy little stylus hanging there, but you got a card reader right there on my dash that reads what's going on. So you got to punch in all your info. And after getting all that taken care of, putting your contract info, Ivers Brothers, hauling, you sit here and you wait for the little green light to come on, and they're going to probe me here in a minute. And she does that from the trailer down there, or I say it's a she, I think it is. As you can see, there's not much of a line today, which is always a great thing. And we have a green light, so we're cleared for takeoff. Camera pram, we're going to get up here on the scales.
Messed up, didn't bring my mud boots, but I do still have these high sea work boots. I have been wearing them every day like I told you I would. 5 months in, so far so good. I do not like the low top though. I need a higher top, but that's all they had. But boots are holding up good, and I'm putting through everything, including this. Usually I like bringing mud boots, but I forgot them. At least I got my shovel. Corn's up, but it's a pretty big hole. I dug off the ones early, but we haven't really had a big rain since I planted early. Just a bunch of little ones, so get this off there. I have no idea if our promotion code for high sea work boots is still good or not. I think it's supposed to be good for 90 days, and it's past that. But if anybody in high sea watches this, let me know. Seen some neighbors' irrigations down, but so far I've seen 5 of ours. So far so good. A lot more to go yet. Another 10. About 3 o'clock, just got done down there. Everything's good to go. No damage. Some neighbors had some irrigations down, not many though. None of ours were down, and they don't look too bad. Look great actually. Dug off a couple water holes. That took a while, so just got done with that. Got to head to John Deere, get some parts for David, and head back to the farm. So we'll be rained out for the weekend. Probably try and do something again Monday. So that'll be it for the video. Want your Ivers merch? Go to ivers-farms.myshopify.com. Thanks for watching. See you next week.